Hello, everyone, and welcome to SpeedGaming 2, where we are kicking off the Casual Boots tournament here in Group K, I believe. I'm your Uncle Finch. I'm joined here by Min. How are you doing, Min?
Pretty good. Excited to watch some Casual Boots gameplay. I don't know anything about these two. Not much to say in that regard.
So, DoctorBobtastic and In the Name of DT are two veterans in Link to the Past Rando. Should be putting on a fantastic show for us tonight. Just had a couple things to take care of before we got kicked off, but we will be getting rolling right now.
There we go.
We're gonna have a bad time.
That doesn't bode well.
But Min, tell us a little bit about Casual Boots.
Alright, so Casual Boots is a typical standard flag set, or not flag set setting, sorry. Final Fantasy brain. It's pretty typical standard settings, except that we start with the Pegasus boots and sword from Uncle. And it's other than that, normal 7/7 Ganon as far as we're concerned.
Yep, and it looked like we saw crystals all throughout the light world, with the eastern being a 5/6 crystal, so that'll be exciting. Just a piece of heart there.
From Uncle too, only 2 heart pieces.
We're starting off this We are starting off this sword sort of healthy, and yeah, we're starting off with a Fire Emblem MSU over on DT side. It's a great soundtrack. You know, it's second only to The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, of course. No, bias aside.
Three Houses is a very good soundtrack.
Yeah. And we do have a pretty standard start for the two racers. DT getting a little bit cleaner there. But this is going to be something where our racers will take the next 5.5 minutes to go ahead and clear out Hyrule Castle, rescue Zelda, take Zelda through the sewers, and then emerge at the sanctuary. So,
get to see what our next few items are. Anything interesting?
Yeah, let's see if we get anything
Heart
trackable.
container.
This is a very healthy start.
You get a lot of hearts. Not much in the way of progress.
Yeah, the biggest progress we've gotten so far have been those boots and that sword that we led off with.
I think sleeping with the shoes on, all ready to go.
Right. All right, DT going ahead and doing sword slashes here. Both of our runners will go ahead and do this. It's a little bit quicker. There we go. And yeah, cash and hearts. That's what we've had so far.
Nothing nice so far. Not gonna make anything easy.
Now, if we get to over 50 rupees and no bombs, I will be curious to see how our two racers route Kakariko Village. Kakariko Village, you can go and buy bombs for 50 rupees. Or you can try and chance out some bombs like in Blind's Hut. Or you can do a couple 50-50 bunks to try to get one.
I may be considering saving and quitting and coming at CAC from the south if I can't get any.
Oh, going like south, like starting off like South Shore, or to.
So you could start Link's house and then just wrap up to library race game from there. Perhaps.
That would be a way. Yeah, and there would be a couple 50-50 bushes right there, especially if you get a shovel. DoctorBobtastic, that is a character from what is it?
1000 Year Door, I think.
I think so. Yeah.
I've never played that game, so
I can't remember their name, but it's
I
that
can't
character.
remember her name either.
DT is a cursor.
I love that sprite. That one's very good. All right, Dark Cross, you have a chance to make up. Nope.
Yeah, no, it had to
Oh,
be a
no, I
key
did
at
have
that
to be a
point.
key there.
Yeah. But yeah, all of the cursors that DT can become. Does grab the correct key rat there. And we got 4 more items. We have not yet seen the map. So if we don't see the map here, then Tank Chest is going to be our map, and we're going to check it. And hey,
There's some
have some
bombs.
bombs.
No need to save and quit, like I would.
Oh, and actually, it looks like, I guess the rats are on the bomb drop pack as well. Bobtastic does have 1 extra bomb. All right, and there's the power glove. I love the power glove. It's so bad.
No, I hate to see it this early though.
All right, we're gonna continue with a couple standard checks. We are gonna likely check Lumberjack Ledge as well, but let's see what we got with Bonk Rocks.
Big 300. As far as casual boot starts go, it's pretty much the same first 10 minutes every time. Oh, the pickle. I hate those things.
Yeah, and actually, DT is looking pretty good for Zora money as well. I mean, both of our runners are, and both of them could make a specific choice. Let's see, what was that? That was just rupees.
Some money.
Yep, we do not need to defeat Ganon for the money. Might need it for a hammer or Moon Pearl, but not for the money. Just a couple arrows and a heart piece, so nothing really in Lost Woods here. We are gonna hear the just this short beeps that we've got over in DT side. I mean, it's not as crazy as it could be, but it's just regular, like, hey, by the way. friendly reminders.
Go get some healing.
Gonna be honest, I did not know about that 50-50 rock right there.
I didn't either. That's good to know, actually.
All right, but we are going to get the smorgasbord of items here in Kakariko Village. Let's see how many of them. Let's see how many of them are useful, which is a whole other thing. We are almost at.
There's a mirror.
We'll take that mirror.
Definitely happy to see that early on. Some more bombs.
We've got pretty good movement capabilities now with that. All we need really is the flute, and then we're pretty much good to go anywhere. Having the mirror. Let's see, after this, I'm still curious about what other items do show up. But yeah, I think this is going to be South Shore just because of everything that you'd be able to loop in.
There's bits.
Just need a Moon Pearl now. All right. It's going to be on Bottle Vendor, isn't it?
Nope. Some more love.
Wrong red thing. All right. But yeah, this is so far really interesting seed that those Titan Smiths do open up a huge portion. And there's a lamp. So that does put us a cape or a sword away from Aga access.
Also just need a flute or book for desert.
And that green 20 is where the boots would have been. So, depending on the site that generates the seed, that will determine if boots will show up as boots or as a green 20.
What's going to be on the race game? Moon Pearl? Nope. Just the big blue.
Well, that's who it is. Vivian. Vivian is the
That's
character.
her name.
DoctorBobtastic.
We're getting a King's Tomb check. You don't see that very often this early.
So, okay, yeah, and a very quick check.
Yeah.
I do kind of like that. I think this will go into South Shore. Yeah, here we go. And DoctorBobtastic gonna go ahead and pick up those 5 rupees. I will say the advantage of those 5 rupees, at 550 now you can buy a 10 bomb drop and you can still pay off Zora.
And Master Sword. That's Aga open.
As Aga open, it is a welcome upgrade from the. It is also a welcome upgrade though. The next sword we get will be kind of the best jump in offensive capability for our racers. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead and see actually a little bit of divergence here. All right, and there is. So this route, Dr. Bob's gonna is thinking mountain.
I don't hate it.
Yeah, it's relatively quick. You have the mirror, so you can complete out Hera, and that was actually not a great mini Moldorm.
Not at all. I don't hate going up the mountain. I want to wait maybe a little bit to see if I can get the east side access, but maybe it's up here.
Right, it is fully in logic, and that is one of the important things. But we've got some really good divergence. DT has the option to break logic coming up here, set up a fake flipper, water walk. 10 rupees, and yeah, DoctorBobtastic is gonna look at 2 hearts and say, let's heal up real quick.
Looks like we're gonna get a water walk.
And yeah, doing a DoctorBobtastic trying to set up a sword spin speed strat. It's a difficult one. It's a tougher one. And DT, with making the smart play, did not have the Moon Pearls, so we'll have to. It looks like that was just cash.
That was a red boomerang, actually, I believe, on the Lake Hylia Island.
Yep. But yeah, DT making a good play. Let's see what is on Zora. Ledge is just cash.
Just some money. Don't need it.
At this point, we got plenty already.
We've got Zora money 10 minutes in. We're good.
And the hammer. All right, we are a Moon Pearl from Dark World Access. And Dr. Bob, that is going to hurt DoctorBobtastic a little bit. Moon Pearl could be up here. But yeah, with that hammer, DT is thinking mountain now as well. One of the nice things about Casual Boots as a mode is it is very approachable, especially for newer players, because you get 2 very very good items. You get a sword, and you do get the boots, so you get to run around with said sword. But it can still be a lot of a challenge, especially when it comes to dashing and dash lines, and when do you run, when do you not.
When it comes to competitions like this too, these seeds can tend to be very fast, so you would want to be very familiar with low percent clearing seeds.
Right. And DoctorBobtastic having just enough magic there. But it wasn't really going to be in too much in doubt with the... with that, there we go. And DoctorBobtastic will go ahead and climb. We did have to do basement because we did not have the hook shot to be able to do Harapot.
Unfortunate.
And all right, and 5-6. The other 5-6 crystal was Mire, and it looked like we had pendants in Skull Woods for the green, and Thieves Town, and Swamp Palace.
Interesting set of dungeons.
And there's also the flute, by the way, on DoctorBobtastic's side. So we've got the flute.
Well, it gives us... we can beat Desert now.
Yeah, we've got Desert. We got Desert. We got Mire's Head. We have the best movement. And yeah, Tower of Hera is proving to be a pretty interesting spot for our runners.
I messed up on the invincibility.
Yeah, it's not ideal. Still in pretty good. Oh, Bob got center hold. That's why you don't want to go into the center hole. That right there, you go down 2 levels.
That always feels bad.
And honestly, this is where DT can make up time. Can make up a little bit of time. Now, DT has made a good number more checks.
He also has hammer, so he could do East Death Mountain. Right.
Well, and and because it's going to take 6 slashes by DoctorBobtastic to take down Moldorm. It's just 3 hammer hits. And you don't have to risk Moldorm becoming enraged. Here we go. This is very nice poke strats here. Very well done. Dr. Bob's Revenge. And item 2 is
bombs.
Just some bombs. But it is crystal number 1. GG. So, while DT is technically behind a crystal, DT has made more checks. And DT does have the hammer from Zora, so that's going to be a big thing. DoctorBobtastic does have to save and quit from there. There is nothing else up on the mountain.
Fortunate. He'll be back once he gets that hammer, maybe.
Yeah, so they will be evening up here on checks sorry, not on checks. They will be evening up on crystals momentarily. But DT has a little bit of an advantage right this exact second. And Moldorm really
my goodness. It's very aggressive today.
Very persistent. All right, there we go. And yeah, doing sword spins is the safer strat here, and very well done. Never in doubt. Never in doubt.
It's a little scary to watch, but he got it.
Yeah. DoctorBobtastic, though, does have that flute, and is going to go to the desert area.
This is what I would do too. So this is a good play. Armin Pro could be here. And desert.
Let's see though. Yep, got to be a little cautious there of that pterodactyl. Pterodactyl's all right. And we do like seeing that powder, and hey, there's a mushroom. still plenty, still a good amount possible here. And yeah, DT could also Super Bunny here. And check those. And we do get the bow. Yeah, this is where having that early hammer is really going to pay dividends.
It is unfortunate to be leaving that behind.
All right, but let's see what's in desert. There's the Moon Pearl.
There it is. So you had to beat Hera first.
Yep, or at least get in. So DoctorBobtastic will be the first to be able to, well, technically was the first into Dark World, but will be the first of our runners to keep their shape while there. But there's a Canis Samaria.
Can we? That kind of Samaria puts Meyer into logic.
Ooh.
I believe.
It does. Now, DT does need to go first. Well, except we don't have a medallion.
That's right. That's right.
But yeah, this DoctorBobtastic is not going to go towards Zora anytime soon. Chat bringing up.
Which could end up costing him a lot, but it's too early to say.
Right. And one of the good news, because DoctorBobtastic is going to be incentivized to go near there by turning in the mushroom.
Yeah, he realistically isn't that far behind. I would say, I don't know if I would even say he's behind at all, but...
Yeah. This is what we would call in the industry too close. and that particular route makes a lot of sense there. Go ahead and check what is that item before fluting back. All right, DoctorBobtastic got a little bit cornered. This one's going to be an interesting fight here because DoctorBobtastic does not have great weaponry, just has bombs. So we're going to be seeing some interesting strategy.
I've never seen someone try to bomb Ladmo before. That's a first.
I mean, it really is a use what you've got. Use what you've got.
Just never seen it before. It's interesting to me.
Well, and this is something where DT will be able to make up a lot of time by virtue of either take your pick sword, bow, hammer, but getting it done. That is the other thing. Like getting it done. That's the important part. And there's that Moon Pearl for DT as well. And that is Landmo down for DoctorBobtastic.
Just the compass.
All right, but that is crystal number 2.
Pretty early on as well.
Yeah. That is the nice thing about the Light World. Well, and yeah, that is the nice thing about the Light World. We also do have... We can beat Eastern. Also, we can get all the crystals down here. But DT will be able to do Pod and Eastern back to back. I could see Dr. Bob tempted into Pod looking for a hammer, because there could be a French vanilla hammer. Hammer could be just sitting in Pod. But that's gonna be a tough route even to get there. So I don't know if Dr. Bob takes that route. I don't know if we saw. I don't think we got a good enough look at what that medallion was for Meyer.
I didn't see it, unfortunately.
Oh, Bombos.
Okay.
There we go. Then confirmation here. Thieves Town, Swamp Palace, and Skull Woods are our pendants, and Mire is our other 5/6 crystal. And Dr. Bob opting for the 20 rupees there is very good on money right now. Actually, and good on money for the rest of the seed, so be curious to ask about that. And Lamo down for DT.
Just a heart piece in a Gina cave.
Yep, but that is crystal number 2. They are back up even. So yeah, DT is gonna go ahead and check out what is Mire's Shed, what is the medallion requirement, because this is gonna be required.
Right.
And it's just a shield. And
Rip.
Doctor is going to go ahead and save that mushroom. That will give the capability of a
Fake powder.
Fake powder. Now, for better or for worse, the powder is just sitting up on the mountain, up on Floating Island. This is going to be South Shore for DoctorBobtastic. This is good. There aren't a whole lot of other checks aside from Eastern area. So that's actually pretty good that Dr. Bob is doing this instead of that. Right, Bob will get powder when he gets Samaria.
Let's see, it looks like we're going over to the Eastern Pod area.
Yep, this is 2 crystals right here. We were talking about a fast race. We're approaching the 27-minute mark. We got 2 crystals down. This is, Pod is a slow dungeon. Eastern is a pretty slow dungeon.
They both have a lot of items, though. Eastern has 3 and Pod has 6. It's 5 or 6. It's a lot.
Right. It is going to be a good amount there. I do wonder where the flippers are as well. But there's Fire Rod.
Fire Rod.
All right. So we are just looking for we're looking for Ice Rod. We are looking for flippers, technically. And we need hookshot and 1 to 2 medallions. And Bob... Oh no. Okay, so DoctorBobtastic does have the flute out. Where's he going?
Back to Thieves Town area?
Okay,
Looks to be.
Village of Outcasts, I actually like. That is a good... It's not the right play for this, but I absolutely understand the play. There are plenty of items along this way.
Up into Skull Woods.
And Skull Woods is a good dungeon anyway to check, just by virtue of it. A lot of these feel like overworld checks here. Now, unfortunately, the Fire Rod is not here.
Which we know.
Yep. And it's also a pendant dungeon. It is green pendant, so it would be worth an additional item. And that would be Dr. Bob's like kind of best chance here. But let's see what we get here.
Can bonk up onto the platform. Key there.
So this is some very smooth running here by DT. Both of our runners may have done this once or twice. Possibly.
I think they've practiced a little bit.
Yeah. And yeah, it is still early enough. Like, DT does have an advantage, but there are some.
There's silvers.
There we go. All right, we'll take silvers. But DoctorBobtastic does have a couple outs, including medallions, including Ice Rod. We don't know where Ice Rod is.
And we do need that because we got that TR crystal. Oh, he's not doing that bomb jump. I love that bomb jump. To the big chest.
It may end up doing it. Well, with the mirror, it's less. It is a little bit less important with the mirror.
That's true.
But yeah, and we may still see it. We may still see it.
Oh wait, we don't. Do we have the big key? I don't think we have the big key. Never mind.
We do not yet.
Alright, what's going to be on the left side? Some bombs. I imagine the big key's right here. Yep.
That was the last check for it. Meanwhile, DoctorBobtastic following this along. And aside from silvers, and not going to turn your nose up at silvers. Especially,
no, not at all.
Especially, we've got a Vitreous fight later on that we will need to take care of. Meanwhile, we are getting dig game here. Oh, hey, there's Bombos.
There it is.
All right, that's an interesting spot. With Thieves Town and Skull Woods and Swamp all being pendants, I could see DT taking a little bit of time to get that Bombos. Now it's very quick, like once you get it, like, and it wasn't too many digs there. But that could be interesting. That was something to keep an eye on.
Village of Outcast does a lot of checks in it, so.
But this is especially where missing that hammer is definitely hurting. DoctorBobtastic will be skipping out on 2 checks here, actually.
I think
but does get a. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was thinking he could get to. He did keep that mushroom for fake powder. He can get to Magic Bat.
Not without.
Oh, you need something else for it. That's right.
Yeah. So.
I always forget that.
Was able to turn in the bottle there though. It wasn't anything.
Just for some bombs.
Important.
Unfortunately.
And yeah, this is going to go ahead and be kind of a full check here. But yeah, DoctorBobtastic is giving us a huge number of checks here that we have not yet seen. DT, though.
And his 3rd crystal. On the board.
Yep, and then it's just going to mirror and do Eastern. And Eastern's already going to be fine at this point, especially silvers, especially lamp. You don't have to worry about You don't have to worry about the dark rooms. One of the dark rooms is perfectly fine. The other can be a little bit rough.
The back dark rooms I struggle with a lot, so.
Yeah, that one has a pattern, and if it gets away from the pattern, it gets away from the pattern. And yeah, this is going to be DoctorBobtastic going to take that shovel, mirror to the light world here, and then turn in the shovel. That's a pretty nice shovel spot, not going to lie.
It's pretty easy. It's right here. Just a piece of heart.
Yeah.
I like it when the hook shot's there. It's pretty funny.
Well, and again, right now DT is rushing crystals, and absolutely a good call here. DoctorBobtastic is hoping that the hammer is still buried pretty deep, and that is possible.
Definitely don't fault him for it.
All right.
Comes out a purple chest. That hurts.
Yeah, so Smith Chain was unfortunately a bit of a bust. So far, Eastern's been pretty empty too. We do have items coming up in the next 2 checks though. And chat asking a question. If DoctorBobtastic finds hammer, yes, that will absolutely change the route.
Let's see what's in Hype Cave. Is it truly hype today? Oh, there's a book.
Oh, okay, so hook could the book could lead to the hook shot. But that's again, it's another distraction away from the hammer, so that is not ideal. Of all the caves, that was one of them. And, yeah, this is going to be checking tablets here.
And it's blue rupee.
And this does feel bad because, like, it feels unnerving. You had 2 crystals pretty quickly done, and then just an absolute slog. So then it's like, damn, what do you do? All right, and that is Armos Knights down. That is crystal number 4.
Just under 40 minutes.
And buying a green potion, I think we are going to see
Skullwoods?
No, this is going to be going over to Pod and doing bottle glitch to do right side, the bowlock side.
Oh yeah, he never went up. He doesn't have the hammer, so he never did right side Death Mountain. I wasn't even thinking about that.
Well, I say that. Oh, okay. Still checking one item here. Yep. Don't forget the.
Nothing on the ledge.
Dr. Bob getting tossed around a little bit by those Gibdos.
Bullied.
Gibdos making their long-awaited return in Tears of the Kingdom.
They're scary too.
Oh, goodness, they are. All right, and they absolutely... Yep, and there was a death warp there. That was 100% intentional. Yeah, the other thing is, so far our racers have only found green mail so far, or we have not found any armor upgrades yet. So
it's a little. Everything kind of hurts.
Flippers, though, that's good. Flippers are good. It's item 1, item 2. You're good.
You do need those for swamp.
Yeah. Now you hope to not actually do swamp because of the pendant, but
oh right, that's not Crystalist again. I thought it was. Never mind.
No worries. But having it there does kind of guide Dr. Bob. Maybe go ahead and check out
Zora.
Check out those water checks. Check out Zora.
Please.
But this is going to be this is going to go ahead and be pod.
You could loop catfish.
No. Okay. Yep, this is going to be catfish. Okay, this will help Dr. Bob get back on track. This is excellent. This is excellent for Dr. Bob.
I don't hate putting this off until you can do all of it at once.
Yeah, it's absolutely understandable. I am very glad that it went this way.
Going to catfish by itself kind of hurts.
Right, but if you can loop in a whole bunch of other checks, then it doesn't feel nearly as bad. It's like, this is a route. We've got the mirror. This is what we do.
Coming up to this corner of the map is not fun.
Thinking about it there, because DoctorBobtastic does have a bottle, but it's already got green goo. Might as well save it. And that actually makes sense because 8 heart, that is only the 8th heart now for DT.
It feels really bad if you hit that green potion and then you'd get a B out of the fountain.
Mm-hmm.
So I get that.
And
there's the hammer.
There's that hammer. All right, so that hammer, Dr. Bob now needs to go up to. Well, this is curious. Oh, gonna go to pod from here. Okay. I guess.
Don't disagree with it. I think with the hammer, I just save and quit and flute to 5, but... There's Bombos for DT.
Yep, so that was one of the items that we were wondering if that could potentially be a trip up, but... And that is a good point. There is a bow and pod. And I believe it is also accessible in logic. I mean, DoctorBobtastic is going to be squared away even if it was out of logic, but meanwhile, DT going into Mire makes a whole lot of sense here.
Someone in chat also pointing out there is a bow and pod.
Yep, and that one is in logic. Yeah, I think DoctorBobtastic's... I'm just worried about accidentally taking a hit to someone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see. Yep. Because if it's... it wasn't the 4th. Poof. All right, well, that was an inferno of a room over on DT's side. You'd love to see a really well executed Maya
Maya
room
2.
there.
Yeah. I need to practice that room myself.
Well, and you know, you look at that, it's like, hey, there's like, that was probably what, total of 10 seconds?
Yeah, that was quick.
Versus like 17, 18. That will absolutely add up. All right.
There's the big key already.
Yep. All right, and it looks like the other, looks like Ether tablet was just a heart container, so unfortunately, they did not pan out today.
It happens.
Does see the powder there, though. And there are multiple aspects of Rando, of running. Sometimes it is the route that just absolutely works out. DT's route has been phenomenal. But it's not only that, it is also execution. Races can teeter based on routing, but execution will absolutely make a difference.
You can save a lot of time by just doing rooms quickly.
We've gotten one item so far in Meyer. And a couple of new things, though. We will be able to see over on DoctorBobtastic's side, we're going to see probably what TR requires. Yep, there's that can of Samaria. And that will definitely tell Dr. Bob, hey, wanna go ahead and try this? Otherwise, there are, I guess, three items in logical access here. Between 2 and Super Bunny, the bunkable chest in Hookshot, and doesn't have a way to complete Spike Cave. I guess it is technically in logic, but that is Bombos.
For TR, so you don't need any other medallions.
All right, so DoctorBobtastic does need to go to Sasserola's closet for the fire rod. We are still looking for the ice rod. But that's the main thing.
Yeah, I think we don't. Do we need Hookshot?
We do need Hookshot, yes.
I couldn't remember.
Technically, if our racers can hover, they could technically do it without Hookshot. If they can hover, then they don't need it. Probably still want to find it. Technically,
yeah, ice rod and Hookshot is what we're looking for. Let's see if it's in the bunkable chest. I don't think DT checked this. Nope, just a single arrow.
No, this is the first check that we're getting here, and this is going to be a hover attempt.
Is this
thinking about it?
All right, let's see it. Oh,
very well done.
Is he gonna do it all but go all the way? Oh no, you can bonk these, I think.
Yep, these are bunkable. This is the last hover one. Also very clean vitreous over on DT side.
It's always nerve-wracking watching people hover.
Oh my goodness. And excellent, clean hovering over on DoctorBobtastic's side. Very well done.
Unfortunately, it's not going to be anything, but it was very well done.
Speaking of, make sure to give the runners a follow, putting on an excellent show for us today in this opening game for them of the 2023 Link to the Past Randomizer Casual Boots Tournament. DT and DoctorBobtastic got a huge number of folks participating this year.
176 entrants?
Yeah, I think so. It's a whole lot of folks, various skill levels. It's a very approachable seed type, which I think does help its popularity. And
got a lot of veteran players, as well as a lot of people like myself coming off the heels of Mentor Tournament.
Now this is interesting. DoctorBobtastic is gonna go ahead and check under the bridge. Man under the bridge was not checked by DT.
See if it's anything. DT is checking the front of Thieves, or the front of Thieves Town at least. He could check all of it. Oh, there it is!
Oh. That is gonna be tough for DT to get back to. Okay, there's still a good amount of work for Dr. Bob to do, but you do like to see that. This is going to be Ice Palace now for Dr. Bob. It is completable, and Dr. Bob does have a Canis Samaria as well, so that won't be an issue. And this is going to be DT going ahead and finishing off Thieves Town.
Don't hate it. You're already over here, and you can bait it. You may as well. Our hook shot could be an Ice Palace as well, I believe.
It could be. And yeah, DoctorBobtastic still does need, well, I mean, after that hover display, probably not the, probably not hook shot. Definitely does need the fire rod though from Sassarilla's closet.
Gonna get an icebreaker.
There's the other cane.
There we go.
And yeah, Bob finding the ice rod is important. That is required. It could be anywhere except on Trinex and Ganon's Tower. So we still have a race. We have a race.
Now, this will be very close, I imagine. Or it could not be.
Well, so DT is at 4 crystals complete. DoctorBobtastic is at 2. Dr. Bob will be able to do 2 back-to-back. And would be able, depending on where Hookshot is, Hookshot will make you feel a lot better about it.
He is also a fire rod from baiting TR, which isn't a very easy to get to location.
Flint and steel are a good match.
Thank you, Blind.
And
Puns on blind are one of the best features of this randomizer.
I'll say, because you're coming over from Final Fantasy, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, well, and again, welcome to Link to the Past Randomizer. And that is the Pendant of Power. Because in this game, blue is power, red is wisdom.
Wait, was it really?
It was. That is.
I could have sworn it wasn't. I guess I just haven't played vanilla in a while.
So Ocarina of Time changed it up.
Gotcha.
And it has been blue wisdom, red power since then. All right, DT is gonna go up to. This is gonna be Turtle Rock. Unfortunately, now DT could have gotten the ice rod much earlier on, out of logic, without the flippers, but could have done it.
I imagine that's why he's not checking it right now.
Yeah. So. We have a race. Gonna be very grateful for that heart container right there. That is 10 now, so starting
it's
to feel
crazy
good.
That we still haven't seen any male upgrade. Usually you see one by now.
There's gonna be 2 in Ganon's Tower. All right. This is actually a spot where DoctorBobtastic doing some excellent dances so far with the cold stare.
This is a very scary fight, so
right.
you do want to be careful. Especially Green Mail Master Sword.
1 down. All right, and that one's cornered. 2 down.
2 down. He's got it. He's got it. Yeah.
Only took damage from one of the falling ice blocks. That was fantastic.
That was a very well done cold stare.
And that's crystal number 3. And that's going to be some time for Dr. Bob. Now, Hookshot could be in Turtle Rock, and but let's see. Yeah, getting that hammer late may have ended up helping out Dr. Bob here, because now this is going to be pod. This is going to be pod Eastern. Bob's going to be able to get that fire rod and effectively be in go mode.
Yeah, we're just missing the hook shot for go on his side.
Yep, and after the hover display, we might not
even need it.
Right. And Hookshot could be in Ganon's Tower as well. Meyer,
yeah, it could.
Turtle Rock, they don't require the Hookshot.
That'd be a very gross spot for it. There's his fire rod.
All right, gonna switch over to Dr. Bob's audio real quick. Because, yeah, with that is pretty much go mode. Yep, you forgot someone.
I forgot Kiki. Can't I? I've never done that before.
All right, DT does remember, though, to go the correct way. If you don't have the hook shot, you've got to do this room the vanilla way.
You gotta do the casual strats. I remember getting to this room once without the hook shot, and I had to look up someone's casual Let's Play on YouTube to figure out how to do this room. There it is.
There's that hook shot. So, and Dr. Bob will grab that while in TR. That is going to be a check.
You don't skip that room.
DT gonna take that hook shot and think, okay, maybe it's in here.
That's the hope. But we know it's not.
Yeah, this race is going to come down to... Now, DT does still have a 1 dungeon lead. Thieves Town was a bust. Where does DT go from here?
We're digging for something?
I think, I guess just waiting for the portal to be able to go into the portal again. This is going to be going back into TR.
Makes sense. Your ice rod could be on Laser Bridge.
Yeah. Or
Oh, he needs the magic. That's what he was fishing for.
okay, so this is probably going to be Ice Palace then. Which actually, I mean, it's a great refill spot.
Yeah, Ice Palace play.
Now, if this is not Ice Palace, if this is...
It could be. No, it could be a bridge guy. It will not be. You're right here.
Yeah.
Go do it.
But yeah, hookshot on the path is going to be super helpful. DT will be able to complete it a bit faster as well by virtue of the hookshot and having the fire rod. Bombos, yeah, that Bombos medallion is a bit slow. So based on this, I think DoctorBobtastic will go into go mode first. Maybe go into go mode first. But DoctorBobtastic was able to hover Hookshot Cave. So if DoctorBobtastic can hover, then maybe DoctorBobtastic doesn't need that hookshot. Still going to be helpful, still going to use it when the time comes, but... But yeah, Skullwood's having the flippers. Right now, that is one of the main differences here. I think that's just a key for a key. And it was.
Yep. That room is very often skippable, luckily. Oh, he's gonna get the bomb jump. I love this bomb jump. I need to learn this one.
So yeah,
Well
Hammer
done.
Yump is very skillful. And the presence of mind to not check the chest.
I would have done it instantly.
Yeah. And with that mirror, yeah, DoctorBobtastic's thinking go mode. This is... He's not checking anything else.
He doesn't need the hook shot.
Yeah. And yeah, especially at the 1 hour mark, you got your hammer really late, or especially considering you could have gotten it half an hour earlier. So that doesn't feel good. This is a seed where nothing feels good.
Yeah, I agree. If I'm in DT's possession, I'm panicking trying to find this ice rod.
Well, except you're still being able to clear out crystal dungeons, so...
Right. He can still beat Meyer. He can... Yeah. That's it, though. Oh, Ice Palace has a crystal, too. That's right.
Right. Yeah, so this is required. This is required to do.
Well done on the cold stare so far.
Yeah.
Getting them all up in that corner.
And that is one of the nice things about that right there, though, was one of the nice things about the fire rod. Fire Rod does gold sword damage. This is all right. That is
There we
cold stare
go.
down though. That was a little
It was getting a little
worrisome.
dicey.
All right, that was cold stare one hit KO territory right there.
Cold stare hugs are quite painful.
All right. Where does DT go?
Back up the mountain. Ouch.
This is gonna feel so. Yeah, that was the turning point. It is still not over though. Still not over. Let's see, DoctorBobtastic. Once DoctorBobtastic finishes, is still behind Eastern and Misery Meyer. But yeah, DT is giving up some time here.
He's going back into Turtle Rock. Which I don't disagree with. That makes sense. We just know that it's not right.
All right, but let's see what else is in Turtle Rock. One other thing that we wouldn't mind seeing along the way, we're still in that Master Sword.
We also don't have any mail upgrades. We're missing half magic. It's a lot of things that could be helpful.
Couple things that could be a little bit cozier.
DT still doesn't have a bottle either.
Which could get a little actually that could get a little bit spicy coming up soon for the Trinex fight.
Especially with that half magic, that fight could go south pretty quickly. Sincerely, somebody who has lost a race to running out of magic at Trinex.
All right, but let's see what else we got here. Oh, didn't get to see Clippy again. Clippy is a fantastic sprite.
I do like Clippy.
All right, and there is the vanilla big key. Yeah, DT thought about taking that big key and then realized, wait a second, I'm missing something.
Still no ice rod.
And granted, I totally, in full disclosure, I totally get it because ice rod on Laser Bridge has happened many times to many racers. Does Swamp even need to be dipped in the seed? No. Nope. Swamp probably has two swords. But it doesn't have anything that we necessarily require.
Here's the thing about that too. Every single race that I have watched for this tournament does have Specky Clip allowed. And I have not seen a single race, except mine today. I had to go into Swamp today. I have not watched a single race where anybody has had to go into Swamp. With Specky Clip legal.
And DT is not going to be going in to Swamp anytime soon, not without those flippers. So, but yeah, this is going to be Meyer. It was a pretty early big key, if I remember correctly.
I think it was like the first or second chest.
Yeah. So
there's Ether. Or Quake. That's Quake.
Yep, that's Quake.
There's the lightning bolt. We're coming up on Laser Bridge. And the haunting realization that Ice Rod is not here.
Now, there is another possibility. There is a something interesting that could happen. Because DT could fake flipper. Ooh, does need to be a little cautious here.
This is scary. Yeah, you get out
yeah,
that
that's Okay, so unfortunately using the mirror there, and kind of had to.
Yeah,
but
you can't go any further. There's no more items here.
Well, and unfortunately won't be able to save this portal. There is a possibility if DT had done a portal
I think
there.
he's going to swamp.
Yeah, this is looking like. Well, no, it can't. It can't be swamp though. Not without the flippers.
Oh no, we don't have flippers. That's right. It can't be swamp. Where's he going? Oh, I don't think he did hype cave.
I think he had. Oh, this is Pyramid Fairy. That
Dude,
fairy. Oh no! Oh no!
No! Dude, the troll fairy.
Oh, that just feels all sorts of bad. That just feels rough.
I'd be pounding on my desk.
Oh boy. All right, that's fine. Just
don't get hit.
Yep, don't get hit. Just take your time. Do the screen transition.
He left the bomb.
He's good. He's good.
Oh, is he? Oh,
Yep.
okay. I didn't know that's how that worked.
Yep. So that's another way you can summon the bomb.
Okay. That was terrifying.
Yeah. And that is Mire down for DoctorBobtastic. They are even up on crystals.
Ugh. There's not even a sword for your troubles at Pyramid Fairy.
Yep, that was... All right, but Dr. Bob's going to go ahead, save quit, and go up the mountain.
Where does DT go next? You're not Mushroom Turn, and he doesn't have the mushroom.
Not anymore. He just turned it in.
Oh, he did. No, he did have it. Okay.
Yep. Yes, Bob. Bob is officially in the lead.
Yeah.
DT had a great lead. Had great routing. Had the hammer super early. The really unfortunate part was, okay, so this will get flippers for DT. This is good.
It'll maybe nudge him in the right direction.
Right. Well, so this is going to be tough because it's either going to be swamp, or it's going to be what we know is the correct answer. Man under the bridge with the ice rod.
And statistically, you're going to swamp. Oh, he never did Smith Chain either. This is gonna be even more time. I didn't even think about that.
But yeah, we went from hammer disaster to ice rod disaster. And to be fair, I mean, missing the hammer was pretty inefficient. But it did block out a lot of things.
Yeah, it cost you some time, but realistically, you could make that up.
Right, and has made that up. All right, and that is the...
Bob's gonna get his hook shot here. Still no mail upgrades either. We never saw Magic Bat. What a jerk.
But that is official. That is item go mode for Dr. Bob.
Just go right. Just go right.
I got to think about how to get around the chain chomps. Chain chomps are one of those. This is the second game I think that they appeared in. And yeah, we are looking at Master Sword Silver Ganon. So it's not too bad, but
it's doable.
It's doable, especially runners of this caliber.
It takes a bit of patience, but it's not the end of the world.
Yeah, and DT will be able to get both of those items pretty quickly because flippers were right here. Oh, although, yeah, kind of soft locked. Well, not quite soft locked a little bit. There was still the pinball room, but
you can get out of there.
Where does DT go from here?
Is he going to swamp? I think he's going to swamp.
This is swamp. Yep.
At least we'll get to see a specky clip.
Yeah, we very well could because this tournament, there is an exploit in Swamp Palace here that is tournament legal for this particular run. Let's see if DT does it, and we'll explain it as best as we can.
I'm sure he will, as long as he remembers that it's legal. There's no reason not to. It saves you about 20 seconds, and it's pretty simple.
Great thing about sword beams.
Go through switches. There's a blue mail.
Of course. Of course.
No, he's not doing it. Unless he's stealing the key. Okay, no, he's doing it. He's doing it.
There we go.
There it is.
And it does save on some animations there. But yeah, so that's Specky Clip. That is basically hookshotting your way across the rail to be able to clip onto that statue.
It also skips the hammer requirement for Swamp, which opens up some routing possibilities. Gonna get a diver down as well. I believe he skipped left side, so...
Yes. Yep. But we've got Trinix coming up. And yeah, this is just going to be trying to clear out as quickly as you can, clear out the dungeon. So this is the good news about having that blue goo for Dr. Bob. Because this can be a tough... And yeah, it does get... unfortunately, does get a little bit of ice on the floor there. Well done. And it's not going to be nothing. Dr. Bob's going to be able to save on that blue potion.
Which is very nice when we don't have a male upgrade.
Right. Our only hope is if there is one on the way in Ganon's Tower, but that is Trinex down. That is crystal number 7. You know, let's play a game.
It's
Min,
time for my favorite game.
I'll say, I was just about to ask Min, have you played the GT Big Key guessing game?
I love the GT guessing game.
It is one of the best games that we do here. What is your number between 1 and 22?
I'm gonna go with 7.
All right, I'm gonna go with... I'm gonna go 10. And a sword on Argus.
Man, Swamp has all the safeties today. Still no bottle though for DT. Taking 2 hits from the Lionels there kind of hurts.
It's not comfortable.
I always forget you can't dash through them with Master Sword. Getting Specky clipped part 2.
Very well done. It's like if you missed it the first time, there you go. In slow,
You could just try it again.
Right. All right.
1, 2.
And we're gonna hope into full left.
Pretty stock standard.
And actually showing off another advantage of doing Specky Clip is you do get to save on a key. You do get to save on a key here, so it's even less time if you're coming back in. Four, 5,
6.
6. Hey, we'll take that bottle.
Ah. Oh?
7.
Never seen anybody mirror there before.
It's not quite Dark Magician route, like having already done Hope Room. So this is an interesting route here. And
I don't ever skip Tile Room. I love doing Tile Room. Every time I risk doing it, it's always the big key's always there.
All right, and that was a bottle, by the way, for DT finally. And there's the bombs.
Aw. Not even anything useful. There's Ether.
Yep, but we are still on the hunt. All right, and this is into full right side.
I respect it. I did not know you could bonk there. That's good to know.
That's it. You know, that is one of the great things about these kinds of tournaments as well. Just you learn a lot. You learn a lot.
You learn a lot by people better than you, just doing cool stuff. Alright, is it going to be vanilla? I think this is the vanilla spot.
This is the vanilla spot coming up. So this is what, check number 12 coming up?
I've lost count.
12, 13,
Fuck
14.
that.
Not the answer. We got to go left. All right, so that was 14. So coming up next will be 15. And this is going to be a ped pull on DT's side. This is going to be all dungeons. Except for Castle Tower.
I always like seeing a ped pull. It's pretty funny if nothing else.
$15.
No.
It's the right call to check it, but that is the like, okay, we gotta go back somewhere. We missed something somewhere. But I don't know. DT doesn't really have a whole lot left.
It could just be hard blast locationing it at this point. You have the big key. What are you doing?
Searching for a sword.
Oh no, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah, you're right here. The time difference if you get a sword is worth it.
It's 4 checks. It's not a bad play.
It's 4 checks right next door. And yep, big key number
There's
16.
half magic.
Half magic, that's worth it. That is going to be worth it. Congratulations to 17, by the way. Let's see. Duration. GG to you. Half magic is only half worth it. But yeah, this is these are unfortunately all the checks for DT. Just got out the flute. That's good. And it is pretty incredible to think also. Yes. Yep, this is good. This is good. This is a quicker route to go check under the bridge. Well, hold on. Oh.
He's going to green pendant.
Yep.
Just a piece of heart.
All right, and now for the fun of the gauntlet. If you're getting into Links with Past Randomizer, this is definitely a series of rooms. They will test you, and they are so worth to just practice.
I have grinded these rooms a lot.
Down to 2 hearts, gonna be okay through here. And one good news.
Don't use the potion.
Thinking
You
about
have a
it.
fairy coming up.
And there is the ice rod for DT. DT is now in go mode. All right, but this is Lambo 2 for DoctorBobtastic. You know, we just had a really tough gauntlet. You know, gauntlet is not fun. Let's have some satisfying Wizrobe rooms right here.
These are some fun rooms.
Wizrobes, they do a
Well
lot of
done.
damage. Very well done. They do a lot of damage, but they are squishy. Yeah, the half magic is going to make a pretty decent impact if, like, if Dr. Bob misses on Torch Glitch, which that would be rough. That would be pretty rough. Assuming we don't find a sword up here, and this is going to be.
It's not the end of the world with silvers if you miss the torch glitch.
That's true. That is true. And there's a fairy, by the way.
Just another layer of safety.
I think that puts us at battle percent, I believe.
I do believe that's all four. There's the other male.
Hey, that will actually make a difference. That can make a difference. There we go.
Just call it safety tower at this point.
All the safety. 16 hearts, blue mail.
Fairy bottle, blue bottle.
And there's the compass. And now you know where Aghanim is going to be. The very, very hidden place where Aghanim was going to be. Oh, wait, he was here. All right. Practicing some agonometry.
It's a double.
Yeah, not too bad.
Another
double. A little tough spot. Yeah, that was a tough spot.
That pattern was quite gross. Nice. Very well done.
2, 2, 0, and 2. Very well done. All right, and spoilers for a 32-year-old game. Turns out that Aghanim was Ganon all along. The alter ego.
Gotta put a spoiler tag on that.
Ah, darn. Also, in the wands of Gamelon, there is a CDI Link sprite out there as well.
It's my favorite sprite.
All right, and here we go. We got Ganon. Gonna take.
Best song in the game.
Yep. Gotta do 12 sword spins per phase with the Master Sword.
He got some doubles. It'll be a little bit shorter. The trident hurts, though.
It hurts, but it could have hurt a lot worse. And we are in phase 2, and that is crystal number 7 for DT. Yeah, that is a perfect positioning there.
He's just eating everything.
Oh, this is actually a more awkward position right there than you would think. Couldn't quite get in the corner there. It is definitely attempting to save as much magic as possible, but you got silvers. But we're on phase 3.
Through the hardest part.
Yep, and doing a couple teleports, that's actually kind of nice because it gets the bats out of the way. Gets the bats out of the way. That's the big thing. All right, now Ganon, if you could stop teleporting, that would be great.
I had a seed yesterday where he went 12 times in a row.
Oh.
That was not very fun.
I mean, it's Ganon's best chance of staying alive, though, so no wonder Ganon's taking that chance. All right.
Just delaying the inevitable.
Oh no, silver is my true weakness. It's going to get 1. And yeah, Torch Glitch not going to be a huge deal here.
Just drink your potion. It's making me anxious.
So at this point, bats will only do 2. Like, yeah, this is gonna be fine.
Nice, that's fair.
One more hit, and get your GGs in chat as DoctorBobtastic raises the sword up in the sky with that Master Sword and is about to cross the finish line. And does! With an official time of 1 hour, 34 minutes, and 47 seconds, DoctorBobtastic has won this race and moves to 1-0 in the group. GG.
GG. Very well done, Master Sword Ganon. To end the seed with the best song in Fire Emblem Three Houses, though.
It is a good one, isn't it?
It's one of my favorite video game songs ever.
MC Hammer for sale.
Dwarven breadsmiths, that's a funny one. Does kind of look like bread, huh?
Yep. Just a little baguette. Between that and the fuzzy and the dancing pickles. And the couch cash sleeps again forever until the next seed. It'll still be couch cash.
Till the next seed where it's go mode flippers.
Right. And DT is going to go ahead and finish out this race here.
We're in GT, might as well.
And while this race is getting closer towards the end, do stick around because we have a double matchup tonight. We've got double feature coming up on SpeedGaming 2 as well. So make sure to stick around.
What's the matchup for that one?
That one is, as I go to look it up, it is Josh Bittner versus Hawk59.
Ooh, that'll be a fun one.
All right, and DT's zooming through Ganon's tower here. And we are going to see a decent... we are going to see the difference between Master Sword and Tempered Sword coming up on this Ganon fight as well. Ooh.
He's out of that magic. Now he's leaving the red mail.
I mean, it still looks like a cursor. To be fair, but it is a much more defendable cursor.
Very sturdy. Mouse is made of titanium. Here we go. That's a good pattern. Oh, almost a triple.
That was close.
Oh, that's a rough one.
And we are joined here in the booth with DoctorBobtastic, GG.
Hello. I'm going to plug my silly headphones in so I can hear you.
All right. I mean, we were talking the entire time. You don't need to hear us.
There we go.
GG.
So, DT is going to go ahead and finish off the race, is in Ganon right now, but how about that hammer?
Yeah, so the hammer was definitely a thing. I might have mouthed a certain phrase.
Did it sound like darn?
Something to that effect.
Okay.
I might have been thanking a certain runner at that point. But that's beside the point.
Although, I do gotta say, the flippers ended up being the item that kind of guided you towards under the bridge and to that ice rod.
Yeah, I've been told that was the thing that held up DT there. I was thoroughly convinced I was going to have to hover the Moldorm gap.
We were ready to watch.
It was a very impressive hover, though, in Hookshot Cave.
I'm just having a good hover day. What can I say?
Yeah, hey, there you go. And then, fine, just go ahead and pick it up in... Can we just say
shout outs to the hardest trick in the game? Which is remembering you don't have the hook shot on the right side of Turtle Rock.
That one...
Your casual strats.
That one is a tough one, and DT is putting in a forfeit, but
did he take a fall or something?
It took a fall.
Took a fall with one silver hit to go.
Did he not find another sword either?
He did.
It did.
Oh, okay.
It was on Argus.
Gross. Get out. I mean, I might have taken the time to learn Specky Clip this afternoon. Not that difficult, but
it's very free.
It is a fun one.
Definitely,
you can hover, you can do it.
Oh yeah, definitely GG's to DT. Close thing.
All right.
But yeah, I was about to go to Ice Palace with those flippers, and I was like, no, I'm gonna do Hobo real quick before I forget, because I will forget. And that was helpful.
Yeah, the hammer definitely caused you to have to double back a couple times, but at the end of the day, it did mean once you got the hammer, that was almost pretty much your go mode. That and
my go mode was the fire rod in Sahasrah's closet.
Right, which
Right.
which after getting that hammer, it's like, okay, this looks a lot more inviting. This pod,
exactly.
You know, so that worked out pretty well. DT did get that fire rod a good amount of time before that, but
I imagine so.
But yeah, it was a nice early game. I think for everyone with the flute, where it was early movement, the mirror in Blind's Hut. It's just, where were those swords aside from on Argus?
Yeah, I know. Did he happen to check the rest of Laser Bridge?
Yes.
Yes. I don't think there was anything there.
Okay. And I didn't touch Thieves Town either, so I don't know if there was anything in there.
Thieves Town had armor, I think.
There was Blue Mail in Swamp, and then the other one in GT right before Moldorm 2.
Yep.
That's right. Swamp had. That's right. Yeah, Swamp with armor and a sword, of course.
Thieves Town had Blue Can, Chaz says.
I
was wondering where that came from.
Well, I was really freaking out when I was going through Pod. I was like, I'm gonna have to do Master Sword Silverless over here, and then Pod got me the silver. So I'm like, okay, I think I can calm down a bit now. So again, I was just looking forward to completely screwing up the hover on the last part. Just that's the thing. I'll get it right when it's not like super relevant, and then when it's like, if I don't do this, I'm going to fail the entire seed. It's a problem.
All right. So, kind of any final thoughts on this one before we go ahead and start looking at the double feature?
Well, all I'm saying is good luck to everybody else in this tournament. I didn't even expect to win this one, so we'll see. But thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for the restream. Thanks for putting up with my shenanigans, and I'll see you all at a later occasion.
All right. And yeah, make sure to give the runners a follow. Doing a fantastic job with this. Also, congratulations to Min for doing your very first Link to the Past Randomizer commentary.
It was a good time. I had a good time.
And also special thanks to JLo for pressing the buttons, keeping us honest. And yeah, coming up next, we do have, let's see, we've had Group K here, but we have a Group E matchup here between Josh and Hawk, the main person running the Casual Boots tournament, and actually a great commentator in Hawk. So stay tuned to that. We will be switching over, but next race is your Group E. There you go. But yeah, that's all I've got. Min, would you like the final word?
I mean, yeah, I had a good time. Thanks for coming with me, and GG, Dr. Bob.
GG. Thanks again. See you all later.
Yeah, and GG against DT, and y'all have a great rest of the evening. We'll go ahead and turn it over to the next match. Stay tuned.